Charged with the death of her 7-year-old son. 7-year-old Maisie Simmons died after his head became stuck in a partially open car window. Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in Atlanta. And Denise, that little boy died back in the spring.
That's right. And at the time, Atlanta police were called to the scene. They interviewed the little boy's mother, Candace Grace, and this past Monday, she was arrested.
It's sad. It's very sad. It's really heartbreaking.
Homicide units were called to this apartment complex on Scott Street in southwest Atlanta April 6th. Police say 32-year-old Candace Grace had parked her car in this lot and was passed out in the driver's seat. Her 3 young children were in the back seat. Investigators say her 7-year-old son, Mazzie Simmons, had gotten his head stuck in the window and was unresponsive. One man who lives in the complex remembers that spring day.
When they came out the house, that's when they saw the little boy with his head stuck in the window, and then she ran back in there. They called the police. Police came about 15, 20 minutes, but I don't think she had got arrested.
Police say a witness banged on the window to try to wake the mother, but couldn't. Investigators say while they tried to question Candace Grace, she kept falling asleep. She was given a drug test. The GBI reports she had opioids and THC in her system.
As a mom, my kids wouldn't be in that predicament at all. It's sad, it's devastating, heartbroken for a 7-year-old to life just be taken.
Candace Grace has now been charged with murder. According to a court document, Ms. Grace's state of unconsciousness did not allow her to watch her children actively. Her negligence and failure to supervise her children caused her son to remain in the window for some time, resulting in his death.
She should be arrested because you took an innocent life.
7-year-old Mazzie Simmons died in that car with his 2 younger siblings sitting next to him.
That's heartbreaking because he's 7. His life just beginning. It shouldn't be taken away like that from a parent doing drugs. That's just crazy.
And according to a GoFundMe that was created after Mazzie's death, he brought sunshine into every room with his energy, sweet spirit, and unforgettable smile. Reporting live in Atlanta, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, just
Yo, what's up, everybody? Super2. Okay, back for another video for this on Friday month for y'all, man. Okay, I'll probably do another tragic news all over Georgia. To his mother is in jail for murder. How I read someone to where that she was driving and how she had crashed and how she was felt unresponsive to where her son got her got his head stuck in that window until I think 3 of the children was in the car with the son, how he died, and so okay, so Georgia mother was arrested Monday and charged with, I think, in the April death of a 7-year-old son named Mazzie Simmons, who was found unresponsive with his head trapped in her car window while she was allegedly passed out in the front seat. So the woman name is Candace Grace, age 32, is now facing charges of 2nd-degree murder, 2nd-degree cruelty to children, according to the law crime for the tragic accident in the morning of April 6th. At the witness called 911, and we saw the child head hanging out, hanging out of the car. So it says the witness called police that morning, said that Grace has come to his house the night before, possibly around about 10:30 or 11:30 p.m., but had left for, I guess, the 3 children's side of a car, telling him that she didn't want to come to his house, according to the probate cause evidence. So since the witness said that, I think she's, so I read someone to where I think that she stayed long, but, when he went outside next morning around 8:30 a.m., a car was still in the parking lot, and tells that WAGA, he immediately noticed Simmons' head hanging motionless out the back window. He said that at his point, he began to bang on the window to wake Grace up, who was, I think, unconscious in the passenger seat, and side of, up there on the front seat, and it said at the witness called 911, police arrived on the scene where they found the unresponsive child with his head stuck in the outside the back seat window. So it said the 2 younger siblings who also found in the car, but there was like a harm at the time. So Simmons West Young Children's the head care of Atlanta, but was what I think was reportedly pronounced dead shortly after arrival. So it said the Fulton County Medical examiner determined the cause of death as accidental as the result of a circulation. So the investigators say that, while there was an interviewing Grace at the scene, she kept passing out while holding her youngest child. In response to this, they obtained a warrant based to test her blood and urine. So it's back around August 8th. Those results came from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which determined that Grace had tested positive for opioids and THC. As a result, investigators are alleging that Grace was high while driving I've been driving her 3 children in the car, and this was the cause of her passing out, which I think securely left them unsupervised. And so since the risk warrant reviewed by WXIA states that the lack of supervision on the child is what allowed Simmons to become trapped in the car window in the first place, leading to his eventual death. So it's that so it's just the woman the mother Grace has been booked to the Fulton County Jail while bond. Man. Okay, this is a tragic news, man, about a child who was found dead, man, in a car. So but I don't know. I feel like boy is 7 years old, man. But I feel like the mother is charged with murder. How the mother I think the mother was high. So I think that, but I believe the mother was drinking. But I do think that the mother was high, smoking weed in the car. While she was driving her 3 children. How the mother felt like she was passing out. How the child had died by the car seat. So and so I think 3 children was in the car with her. How she was high, smoking, and how she passed out, and how the child had died in the window. But I feel it's kind of like not good to smoke with your kids, man, in the car, man. I feel like the mother smoking weed, getting high while she was driving, man, which is kind of like a wrong thing to do. Is to, it's to drink, or drive, or they smoke weed. But I feel like she was getting high, man. I don't know. I think a mother should not do that, man. I feel like a mother should not let, I don't know. I feel like a mother should not be smoking, drinking like that, man. Knowing that, you got to keep your kids safe in the car with you. But I feel like the mother had, got high, passed out. How on how this kid, her son had died in the winter, man. Until I think he had got, so I read somewhere to this, I don't know. I feel like son had got trapped in the window. The car window until the child life was taken, man. But I felt like the mother had took his life, and while I think she was like, getting high, drinking, driving while she was like doing what she do. But I feel like she's just bad mother right there, man. But I feel like why would you as a mother trying to like, trying to kill your own son for it, man? I don't know why. It's just how like some mothers in the world who bad mothers in the world, like some mothers basically kill their children or do drugs with the children, or do whatever, man. I feel like the mother in the world is kind of like, it's not good to have yourself at the put at risk of you trying to, turn up and stuff in a college or something, children. But I feel like I think 2 children have survived. I think one had died, and how they was in jail for the crime. But I feel like that she might get time for murder. But I feel like it's homicide. I think it's the type of homicide where like, a mother who got herself involved in until I think she was like smoking in the car. But I think she tested for opiates and the THC, which is like, but I think she got tested with drugs, and in the system, a drug system, like drugs can be kind of like, with weed or methamphetamine, and how she just, can handle basically the drug that she's using at the time, how the drugs can, make it pass out, make it pass out in the car, make you do some I think unusual things. But I feel the mother had got himself put in jail for doing what she did and how she got caused the death of her son. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of tragic right there. Tragic news about this mother for time for murder, man. So it's sad. So, but y'all like coming in, show us some peace. I'm out. Take care and peace.